they made it so surprising. The even winners did not know that they were supposed to come to the award function. But I think this year it was done better. So thank you for organizing this. Second, the IMC has been such a big event. Even though it started as an industry event, government is taking a keen interest in participating in this and making sure it's quite successful. The reason Sindhya ji, our cabinet minister, myself, secretary, all of us participated in at least 8 to 9 programs over the last 3 days. It's a lot of hard work to come up with good speeches, making sure they are inspirational, thoughtful, and evidence-based. So the reason why I say that is, it shows the commitment and interest of the government, how we want to take this industry to the next level in India and across the world. So a lot of you, we have 2 sets of people here. One, startups. Second, matured companies. The startups, I just want to say a few things. You probably know what's going on, how to run the startup. I also ran a startup. I bootstrapped my company in 2001 in US. Many of you may not know who I am. I was in US for 25 years. I just came back last year. I was an accidental politician and a minister. I'm also actually my DNA is an entrepreneurial DNA. I built a multi-billion-dollar tech business, bootstrapping, actually without taking any funding from outside. I still own 100% of that company. I still manage it for an hour or 2 in any given day. I have a good team in US. Whatever I am saying is actually not like any other, inexperienced politician, but it's actually I went through an experienced part of it. So the software or startup, everything, is an extremely challenging. The way I put it is, it's a marathon. It's not a simple hackathon. It's a marathon with a broken glass. I would say, running marathon without vision, running marathon in darkness. That is what startup is. So it takes a lot of effort. Most people quit. Very few come to this stage. If you look at the statistics, 97% say they will start a company, but they will never start a company. So the fact that somebody started a company itself shows they're already extremely successful. Whoever did not get this award is especially for those people. And then this kind of awards is not a destination, as you all know. And obviously for 2-3 days, you will be all over the social media, which is good. After that, everybody will forget this. And, remember whenever you are doing, in US, everybody says that by 7 out of 8 Y Combinator partners, only 1 wanted to invest, 7 did not want to invest. WhatsApp founder did not even get a job in both Facebook and Twitter, right? And he sold it for $19 billion later. These are some of the just examples of what it takes, and nobody has a real good feeling of what one will be successful, versus not successful. Only the founders, their DNA, their gut, that is what it tells them whether they are successful or not. Having said that, absolutely you should not give up if you are truly passionate. And as you are going through this journey, there will be times you want to question yourself whether you want to continue or not. But at that time, that is the time you want to think about one thing. It always reminds me is you always think about why did you start the company in the first place. If you have that idea, whatever the purpose that you are starting, that is that purpose that made you start the company is the fuel to keep going. So that's one thing I will tell you. And the second thing is, at some point, you shouldn't have too much bias about your own self also, because most of the founders, get carried away. Their idea is the best idea, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it has to be viable, it has to make sense, all that stuff. So having the right mentors and extensive deep research, constantly evaluating where stands will also help you to navigate how much you want to continue. So the balancing, not to give up, but at the same time, knowing where you are is equally important. I think I wish somebody had told me those kind of things only one way forever. So that's one thing I suggest you. And for all the experienced companies, you are the architects of our Atmanirbhar Bharat. You employ millions, you pay billions to the taxes to the Indian government. So we deeply appreciate your contribution. But at the same time, the world is going through an extraordinary inflection point, especially in India. As you all know, artificial intelligence, fastest digital adoption, especially in India. And the young aspirational India is at a different level. So, and the AI revolution coming and jobs at risk, there are so many things that are going to change over the next few years. So it's important for people who have experience in these companies. You have to think what's coming. How can you really foresee the problems and be part of solution? So, for example, continuously you must innovate. Longevity, your legacy, your name will can give you some kind of credibility to a certain extent, but the longevity will only comes with innovation. So continuously innovating to the next generation is extremely important in the era. The second, also believe future belongs to companies. They are not just monopolies or empires, but more built around partnerships. You are not the only company that is surviving, but a whole host of other people are surviving. So building those partnerships, ecosystems, working with the government will continue to keep you in the loop. And third, always, everybody says this might be a broken record, but I can't tell you, leading with purpose. Young generation really care about the society, the equality, the environment, all these things. So we should never ignore our ESG roles. ESG is not just a checkbox, it is a societal contract. So make sure you continue to remember that. So having said that, I want to request one more thing, make in India, makes ensures the products that we do meets the world class quality. In my company, and I went into 6, 7 different products. In every product, I had 80, 90% market share because I focused so much on the product, built it end to end, just like unbelievable product, So that's what is going to keep everybody in the business. So I wanted to congratulate you, thank you for being part of this entire process, and I wanted to thank you for all the judges for going through judges. Actually, I know how time taking this one also. Actually, I was entrepreneur of the year in year 2020 in E and Y in US. And they put me in the next year selection process as one of the judge because I wanted to give it back because it's a meritorious process. It took me 2 to 3 months to go through all the companies and really give you feedback. I don't know how much time they went through, but it takes, if you really do a good job, it's a lot of effort. So I wanted to thank you, everything. Once again, I wish you really good luck and I hope we'll see you again next year. Thank you once again.